Hello. Welcome to the daily political tarot readings here on the Black and Orange channel. I am known as Autumn around here. Autumn right here. It's kind of a gray day here in Chicago, so I thought, you know what? We're just going to go as bright as possible. So, hello, Orange. This is the Black and Orange channel. Black and Orange, Black and Orange channel. You can kind of make it out. And it named after the colors of Halloween, which was just such a joy in my life when I was growing up. So, um, but I do like orange. I think it's very positive. I think it's just very. They say it's also creative and whatever, but I just think it's cheery. I just think it's happy, and probably has something to do with the fact that my mother had. I'm a '70s baby, and my mother had an orange kitchen, and she had an orange kitchen well into the '80s actually. So, matter of fact, I remember when we'd move because my dad was in sales. We moved a lot, and I remember the people who were going to put in the new wallpaper regularly. It's like, this is, there's a lot of orange in this. It's gonna, it was the '80s, so it was like white, and it was a pattern, and there was plenty. It wasn't just like solid orange, but it was still orange, and orange was not popular in the '80s. So anyway, to me, it's a happy color. So here we are. I just wanted to share that. All right. Thank you for being here, and I also just have to very quickly to say thank you so much to people who have been going through PayPal. Thank you. I don't get an opportunity to say thank you to your face, as twere. So I do absolutely want to say thank you, and I'll be sending some thank you notes out. So thank you. Okay, I'm here at 12 noon every single day of the year, rain or shine, summer or winter, your birthday, my birthday, holidays, you name it. I'm here. Bad penny. That is me. And I take 12 of your political questions. I write them down here, and then I answer them to the best of my ability. And then immediately after that, I go down into the description box and the first pin comment, and I type out all the questions for today, and they're time stamped, so you can, if you're watching this on replay, hello, you can just go right to whatever you're interested in, click on the times, go straight to that, and you'll be good to go. 10% of the income that comes into the channel goes to feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. That is an ongoing thing. And I'm trying to think what else. I think that's about it. Yeah, it was basically just pulling out the brightest stuff in the closet today. So thank you. All right. Let me scroll up. I'm gonna look for anything in all caps. Anything in all caps is how you communicate with me. I'll know you're talking to me. Other than that, please just type normally. People here are very friendly and really supportive of each other and helpful. So I don't get involved in other conversations that are going on, because there are whole other conversations, and it's I kind of have to look up and be like, you had a giraffe where? It's like, okay, I'll just leave that alone. All right, so I'm looking. And YouTube will cut things off sometimes. It will suddenly dump a bunch of comments and cut earlier things off. So if I miss your question, just put it in again and put a YT in front of it, and I'll know that that it was earlier. I'll see if I can work it in. But if I don't answer your question, or I don't acknowledge you, or I decide not to read on your question, it's never anything personal. It's just sometimes I've got to go by my intuition, or something we've covered recently, or I'm so grateful you're here, and I would feel terrible if I'd hurt your feelings. So, okay, we're going to look for your questions. All right, up here we go. Here we are. Do 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 do. see nothing in all caps. Nothing. I remember that one day I came in and I went through the entire chat. There was not a single question. It was like, okay, I'll just read on whatever I could think of. I do have one question for today. Came up yesterday, but we didn't read on it. That I think was very important. So number one today of our 12 questions is, what is the future of Trump.org? That could get interesting. Does it have a swift demise in its near future, maybe? We'll see. Okay. Mims, just a little thank you for being here every day for us. Hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you. Thank you, Mims. Sherry, good vibes. Happy Monday, Autumn and chat. Absolutely. Mystic Dreamer, good afternoon, Autumn. Hello, hello. Oh, here we go. Okay, Debbie Dawn, can you look into Lara Trump and the big dog animal rescue? Yes, that is appalling. That is absolutely appalling. And she should be ashamed of herself. Yes, she should. And I'd throw an allegedly in there, but they're saying that she did go and spend like, what was it, $200,000, something like that, at a Trump resort to do a fundraiser. Please. Big dog animal rescue. Wow. I read Marjorie Orr's blog very often, and she just had an article about. Well, I'll pull it up and we can talk about it, because Lara Trump has some bad astrology coming soon. All right, we'll have a look at that. Thank you. Wendy saying happy Monday, everyone. Hello. Kyle, hi. Will Trump come back and trounce Kamala Harris in 2024? A Vedic astrologer on YouTube, Michael Connelly, predicts he will, and it's keeping me up at night. Do subscribe to Astrology Alert. Andre over at Astrology Alert. He does these very short little videos. Really good. Western astrology, really, really good. Trump has got catastrophe in his chart as far as the eye can see. And he gave me hope during this last election, because I remember it was like the night before the election or something like that, and I was starting to freak out, as you do, as I'm probably thinking you were doing as well. But he had just put out a video that said, I know Joe Biden's going to win. And I know, he said, I know Joe Biden is going to win because the astrology says so. I know Donald Trump is going to lose because the astrology says so. And I was like repeating that in my head most of the evening. So yeah, Astrology Alert. I'm not going to knock Vedic astrology, because it's very possible there's a great deal I don't know about it. I mean, because I don't know a huge amount. I don't use Vedic astrology for the same reason I didn't learn astrology until later in life, because every time I went and looked at it, even Western astrology at the time, decades ago, there was a kind of fatalistic quality to it. And it seemed like you'd read the books about astrology and they were all just miserable. Saturn was always bad. And it just seemed like everything was always bad. And I No. Mm-mm. And so it's only when people started coming out and getting a better understanding and seeing good and bad that I started saying, "Oh, thank heavens," and then really studying it. So we'll look, but 2024. Will Trump come back and trounce? Well, it's number 2. We'll have a look. Or 3. It's number 3. We'll have a look. Okay. Rachel, hope you're feeling better. Oh, yeah. Much better. Much better. Thank you. Marie, happy Monday. Happy Monday. Okay. Gary saying my aunt had an orange and copper tone kitchen in the 70s. Okay, it just jumped. YouTube just dumped a whole bunch of stuff. Where did it dump me out? Mystic Dreamer saying my parents had an avocado green bathroom. It was so ugly. I understand. It can be a bit much. I wouldn't go all avocado green, but as an accent color here or there, I actually have, I was wearing avocado green nails day before yesterday or something with the red sweater, and avocado green nails. I liked it. Little tiny accents here and there. But I know what you mean about like, whoa, like when you've got the sink and the toilet and the top. Seriously, hipsters wouldn't even want that on toast. All right, Sheila, will Eric Trump be indicted? Okay, will Eric be indicted? Number 4. All right, Sheila, we'll have a look at that. Kenya, will the past monthly stimulus be? I don't quite understand that something went wrong with the typing. So many people are suffering. Okay, I've got that, and I agree. Will the past monthly stimulus? It looks like you maybe because I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the question is. Sorry. I know people are suffering. How about will there be more stimulus? More direct stimulus. How about that? Will there, or relief, will there be more direct relief? Okay, that'll be number 5. All right. Anthony, any message from Lady Bird Johnson? Oh, I could ask. Do you mind? Yeah, okay. Lady. Okay, that'll be number 6. I'll see what I can pick up. Joan, love the orange color. Oh, good. I'm glad. Michelle, will Sniffy's trials begin in New York first or Georgia? Oh, I like questions like this. I mean, I like all the questions, but I do like questions like this. Uh-oh. It's not as gray. The lighting's starting to get a bit crazy, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Will Sniffy's trials start in New York or Georgia? I like it. Thank you. Thank you, Michelle. All right, we'll have a look at that. And then we have Mim saying, hopefully there will be no future for the Trump org. Just hoping. Well, yeah, absolutely. David is asking, did Queen Elizabeth first become Oh, Queen Elizabeth I. Oh my gosh. Who poisoned Queen Elizabeth II? Oh my gosh. No. This is Queen Elizabeth I. Oh my gosh. Tell me if Putin's not behind it. Suddenly, I've got Meghan, Harry, Queen Elizabeth, Putin poisoning. No. Did Queen Elizabeth I thought it was first become. I missed the. That was entirely my fault. Did Queen Elizabeth I become poisoned by her use of arsenic in her makeup? I'll have a look. I thought it was more lead. It was the lead white. Because same thing with oil paints. But sure. Queen first poisoned by arsenic in her makeup. Okay. All right, that'll be number 8. Thank you. Hopefully I don't have to go move out of here and turn down the lighting on the camera, but we'll see. Let's see what happens. Depends how much it starts whiting me out. Actually, let me turn these off. That might help. Maybe. Can't hurt. There. Yeah, that helped. Okay. You guys are so great. Rita, will the Senate pass an infrastructure bill if it gets there? Okay. Will Senate pass in structure if it gets there? All right. All right, we'll have a look at that. They do have one more opportunity to use reconciliation between the House and the Senate, and I would assume they'd use that on the infrastructure bill, considering it's going to be massive. But we'll see. We'll see. Let's have a look at that. Thank you, Rita. Clotho, hey Clotho, the person who named Chad our hanging Chad. Could you look at Trump's health? He looks awful in photos of him from last weekend. Oh, really? I had heard that, but I haven't seen them. Yikes. Okay. Trump's health. Terrible. Pictures from last weekend. Okay. We might have to do a Google search. Quick Google search. Okay, I'll have a look at that. Lowell, hey, does the Texas GOP have ties to Russia and Putin? Okay. Does Texas GOP have ties to Russia / Putin? All right, we'll have a look at that, and I've got space for one more question. Betsy, national right to work law. Will we get one, or do we have one? Or a right to work law is anti-union, I believe, something like that. Let me see if there's anything. Let me just see. I don't know that I've got something I could add to that today. I'll make a note of it. All right. Maybe we'll read on that tomorrow. Yeah. I'm not getting much. Sorry. Okay. I feel bad. Gary, will the vaccine cover the new variant? 60 Minutes had a story. It might not. Well, if not, they'll come up with something else. I'll have a look, but they'll come up with something else if it doesn't. Well, cover. Variants. 60 Minutes story. Might not. Okay, so I've made a note. Okay, I have my 12 questions for today. It is kind of first come, first serve, and that one, I wasn't getting anything. Before I start reading, I got to turn the light down on here. It's not good. I will be right back, and then I will start reading. Okay, and if you're watching this on replay, you can just go to in the description box. Okay, on everybody here, I'll be right back. Catherine, right to work law, right to be fired, very anti-union. That's what I thought. We'll read on that tomorrow. I don't think I've got anything today. So I'll be right back. I've got to turn the brightness down. 1 second. Okay. Oh, there, that's better. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. I can't do it while I'm inside StreamYard. I've got to go out and use a different program. So, but anyway, here we are. Disrat, if Autumn screams makeup, I see poof. Oh, she did poof. That's funny. Yes. No, it's not just me doing absolutely everything here. No. Yeah, makeup. Watch Bailey come through the little door with a puff in his mouth. And come by. Poof. All right. 24. Starting at 24. The future of the Trump org. I'm going to make this a slightly larger reading, which means I'm going to have to move along to make sure I cover everything today. But future of the Trump org. I want some more, lots of information on this. Actually, let me move this out of the way. Patty, one psychic medium mentioned Trumpy lost a lot of weight for depression. At 5, the kitty's gotten used to the little door. No, I took the little door off. But at some point, I'll try putting it back on. But right now, Boo Boo would just sit outside and cry if I put it back on. Renata, I'm amazed how many nail colors you own. Oh, it's a problem. It's a problem. All right. 2430. The future of the Trump organization. I'm going to do an overloaded Celtic reading here. See what we've got. Future of the Trump org. There was talk when The Apprentice started. The idea was that they would just use Trump's actual, Trump Tower, and the producers came, and it's like, oh, we'll use the boardroom, the conference room. And they went in there and they were like, no. Apparently it was run down. It wasn't. It's been there a long time. And for all that Trump spends, oh my gosh, so much of his time looking at fabric swatches and things like that. Surprise, he doesn't have good taste. He also doesn't like to pay for anything. So, all right, I've got so many cards here. Seriously, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, if you include the 16 cards, if you include the one for the reading. The future of Trump.org. Oh, judgment is coming. In the past, family dynasty. It's a family business. So, makes sense. Center of the reading. Well, anybody who comes up against the Trump or Trump family, Trump.org, of course, they're all Democrats, all of them. It's not possible for anyone who's not a Democrat to be against Trump. Well, either way, they're on their way. Knights protecting the realm. Democratic knights protecting the realm. All right, hanging above Trump.org, the future of Trump.org, what's going to happen? We have the Strength card. Oh, our new American heroes, the forensic accountants. Who, yeah, they're really looking in the corners. Okay, base of the reading. Okay, America. At the base of the reading is Trump was, because of Trump.org, people idolized Trump. They thought that he was just the greatest thing ever. He was just, he was victorious. I want to be like Trump. The rappers would rap about him. I remember there was one of those interior decorating redo shows, and it was one of the first episodes was a young man who had gotten out of college and was living in a little apartment in New York. And they came in and they were like, well, what kind of, what do you like? And he was like, I want to be like Trump. And so they're like, oh, okay, you want to be a real estate mogul and all of this. And it was like, but that's how he was viewed. So America seeing him as this victor. All right, your future, 2 cards. Your future 1, that's a prosecutor. Hello, Savance. Hello, Letitia James. Hello, people in law enforcement in Georgia. Near future 2. Refusal. Not going to help. Not going to take deals. Not going to help. Going to drag it out. Nope. Not gonna. That's that figure right there. Not gonna. Can't, shan't, won't. Home environment. Fruits of labor. Please. He's not as rich as we think here. He's not as rich as he says he is, but still, they've managed to acquire. They've managed to get a lot of money going through. So they've lived this lifestyle. So that is that. Hopes and fears. Fear of going to jail. Fear of law enforcement taking the company apart, piece by piece. What other people see. That company, I mean, Trump and his father got into legal trouble back in the 70s for this kind of racist garbage. The challenge to, well, good luck. Yes, Trump is the star. I'm going to roll my eyes so hard I'm going to knock myself out of this chair. But it's also poisoning the well. how much of the water is good and how much of it is poison. Basically, how much of it is real money, lawful money, how much of it is laundered from oligarchs and countries that it's illegal to do business with, etc., etc. That's the challenge. All right, final outcome, 3 cards. Page of Cups, Magician, Nine of Cups. So in the near future, we are early in the Trump administration. Unfortunately, with like Cy Vance, we're also far too early in the going through the financial information and tax returns. We still have to wait because it's still early days on that, which is infuriating. But so there's that, and then this feels like like lawyers and whatnot trying to, and this is the business, and this is the card of the merchant. So keeping the doors open while this is going on, because prosecutors are coming and they're not going to help. The family's not going to help. They're not going to be like, oh, sure, look at what you want to look at. No, they're going to fight every step of the way. So, all right. So it's basically, they're going to drag it out. Is there any information on the possibility of, the final outcome would just be dragging out. Is there something beyond that where they pull the thing apart, where they seize bank accounts, where they, I don't know what, you tell me. The demise of Trump org. Empress. It's a card for America. It's also a card of bounty. I'm not getting bounty. Where's my thingy? What's it? Oh, here it is. Okay, my rack. Ta-da! Little heart. Hi, Greeter TK. Hello, Teresa. All right. Demise of... Oh, they're working through, they said they're in early stages, but they're moving along, looking through all the records. Oh, they're looking through the records. And they're not going to start with Trump Sr. They're going to start with the kids. Because they're going to, when they finally file charges and things like that, they're going to file it on the kids, so that the father's more likely to say, leave the kids alone. I will give you whatever you want. But he may not do that, because he thinks he can still win somehow. He can still finesse and delay and charm, and he still thinks, but it's the end. So I think we just need to wait. Expect the kids to get hit first legally, and then expect Trump to be useless. I don't know. There's still, I guess there's some part of me, and I think some other people have this problem too. There's always some part of me that is like, okay, well, this is going to happen. This consequence is going to come down. And then Trump is going to be like, okay, you got me. Or they're gonna charge, and it'll go to trial, but that'll be that, and then there'll be consequences, and it's never going to be that easy. He's never going to admit guilt. He's never going to admit guilt. He's never going to feel remorse. It's not going to happen. And I keep having to remind myself of that. Because I get disappointed. I become disappointed, and I shouldn't even think it's possible, but I keep wanting to give people the benefit of the doubt, but he is just a narcissism personified. He's just a rotten human being. He's just a rotten person. Oh, wait, there was an oh, come on now. Wait. What was that? Terry, oh, come on. Trump will do nothing to save anyone but himself. Yeah, and that's, but I think they're going to try it. I think the prosecutors are going to try it. They're going to try to go after the kids. Give yourself up, and we'll go easier on the kids. Holly Booth, astrology Albert said 45 is going to have a bad spring. Yeah, apparently he's got some bad astrology coming. Yeah. All right. Well, that's that. We have to wait. I know it's frustrating, but we have to wait. All right, 37. Lara Trump. You are a rotten human being. Becca's here from House of Lenormand. Hello, Becca. Anybody who's not a subscriber to House of Lenormand, go immediately and subscribe. She's amazing. Okay, I will share this because I read this morning actually about Lara Trump and what's going to happen with her. I just need to pull this up here, and I can go because just Lara Trump. The glory days fading fast. This is from us. The site is star the number 4 and then cast.com. star4cast.com. It's Marjorie Orr, ORR. She has a blog where she does. It's got this blue background. You can't miss it. It's got this seriously 90s blue background. But no, she does this astrology blog, and she was talking about Lara Trump flirting with running for the Senate in 2022, North Carolina, but her connection with a dog rescue charity that has spent nearly $2 million at various Trump properties over the last several years. IRS filings for the nonprofit list Lara Trump as the chairwoman for the charity events starting in 2018. And she's basically been funneling money into companies she has a vested interest in, self-dealing, and that's what got the Trump Foundation shut down. So she was born October 12th, 1982. She's been married to Eric since 2014. Oh, that's punishment in itself, but she got herself into it. They have 2 children. She is a sociable Sun, Venus in Libra with a lively sextile to publicity attracting Mars, Neptune in Sag. So her life is stalling altogether over the next 2 years, says Marjorie Orr. And on top of that, transiting Pluto and is in a depressing square to Saturn. And life is changing and not as she wants. Transiting Uranus is not doing nice things. So methinks her political aspirations will have to wait perhaps for another lifetime. Eric Trump, born January 6, 1984, is equally completely roadblocked from early 2022 through late 2023 and beyond, with transiting Pluto square his Mars, then his Mars-Pluto midpoint, and finally his Pluto in 2024. So that is Marjorie Orr, and she has I love her blog. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you guys. So, Lara Trump and the big dog animal rescue. So, self-dealing, funneling money into companies you have a vested interest in. Lara Trump, what's going to happen there? How are those planetary energetic alignments going to manifest? These Trumps, I can't. Yeah. Oh, there's Trump. There's Trump the man. Yep. 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 Oh, I think that's her. I know she's a Libra, but money. Oh, there's a justice card. Oh, it's right there. It's not even like over here somewhere. No, it's a justice card and it's right next to her, right near the beginning. It's another reading, Bully Trump. Oh, Knight of Cups, Moon. Oh, Democrat. It amazes me. It should be swords, law enforcement, but it's not, because to them, it just keeps coming up. Those Democrats are after us. Those Democrats are after us. And that looks like they might succeed. She's going to some extent, I don't know how she could get away with blaming Trump. Bully Trump. But I don't put anything past these people. I mean, I put nothing bad. Something horrible they could do, I just assume they'll do it. 3 more cards. So are you going to have serious legal problems, as in, well, the Trumps, what they did with the Trump Foundation was criminal, but they didn't go to jail. Yeah, going after the where did you put the money? This even before, even 2 years ago when I 2.5 years ago when I started the channel. Yeah. This was like a money courier. Like, where are you putting the money? Forensic accountants. Oh, communications. Yeah, because you can prove intent. If you look at the communications, you not only have all the money and the obvious what have you, but that will prove intent. Absolutely. And that will, the charity's done. Will she get, other than just a fine or whatever, and the charity's gone, will she face any other legal issues? Oh, there it is again. Where'd the money go? I want to say this charity is set in Florida. I'm not sure, but I don't know. I don't know if, because it seems like no Republicans face any kind of repercussions in Florida, but that's a real threat. That's a real threat. That's like a threat of jail time. And that's a King of Cups. But it wouldn't go up that high. It's charity malfeasance. It's not like national. And that's Trump's base of power. It's Mar-a-Lago. Could the FBI get involved in this? Because it crossed state lines. There's a lot of energy here about Trump himself. And with that card there, I wonder if they'll make it a J-Lo DeSantis will pardon them. Oh, yeah, in Florida. But since it crosses state lines, I wonder if the DOJ, FBI can get involved, because it could. Well, no, but he didn't do anything wrong. He's just taking money. What the charity's doing, I don't know. But there's an awful lot of Trump energy in there, more than I would have expected. Al, they can list supporters for the charity spending that amount of money, but not on animals. Mims is saying, yes, the FBI involved when dirty deeds cross state lines. Yeah. Mims, crossing state lines takes DeSantis out of the equation. Yeah. I don't know. They may try to turn it into something. Pamela, he doesn't even like dogs. That's true. Are they going to make this a bigger thing? Part of corruption. Big corruption. Oh dear, this is all major arcana. This is family, siblings, family and siblings. Eric Trump. Oh my gosh, that's snow. Sorry, it just started snowing. Oh, interesting. All right, that's Eric. That's the Trump siblings. This is the end of the chapter, end of the, because of huge corruption. I wonder if this is part of something bigger. When they came down on and they dissolved Trump Foundation, wasn't that during Trump's, wasn't that was New York State who came down on them, but Trump was in office. So the DOJ wasn't going to go after the Trumps for that part of maybe that charity self-dealing being part of a bigger fraud situation. I don't know. We will have to check back. Very interesting. All right, let me get my skates on here. 48. All right. Okay, so apparently there is a Vedic astrologer out there who is saying that Trump is going to come back and trounce Kamala Harris in 2024. I don't believe in fatalist astrology. Astrology is, to me, it's basically, it's like I've got a lot of water in my chart, so forgive me for this analogy, but it's like we ourselves are in like these super deep sea little diving, I don't know what they call them. They're not diving bell. They're this little like mini submarines, individual person, so you can go really deep. It's like we're each on one of those when we incarnate, and we're down here in the really, really deep ocean, and we're connected to our guides and whatnot up there. And they can send us messages and what have you, but it's really hard for them to interfere in what we're doing. It's a lot easier to send a message so that, you need, actually, I don't have a drink, but you need a pen. It's a lot easier to get a message to me to say, oh, here, take my pen. Oh, here, I have a spare here, than it is for them to intervene. You know what I mean? With something like astrology, it's really useful. But what astrology is telling you is what the currents are. And, we're down here and we're trying to help each other, but we're also kind of on your own too. And when it's your time to leave, it's your time to leave. And you go up, on your individual diving bell, and you're trying to take care of your body, your physical body, and keep the machine working, and but the currents outside, if you get caught in the currents and you're not paying attention and you just go with it, or you go against it, I mean, your little thing can get knocked up against the rocks. You can get toppled over. You can, there are bad things that can happen. So you need to know which way the currents are moving. Are they gentle and lovely and helping you, lift you up to get so you can do what you want to do? Or is it, like batten down the hatches kind of energy? That's what astrology is. So people who say, because of astrology, something absolutely is going to happen. No, but you can definitely see where the currents are pushing in one direction and not the other. And I was saying earlier that I really like Astrology Alert, Andre over at Astrology Alert. He's got a great channel, and he does these short astrology videos. Right before the election, it really gave me a lot of comfort, because I was freaking out like everybody else, when he said, I know Biden is going to win because his astrology says so. And I know Donald Trump is going to lose because his astrology says so. And so it's like, well, if I'm saying it's just all currents, then how could somebody say that? Well, they could say it because Donald Trump isn't going to find the better. I sent a message. I actually asked Marjorie Orr, the astrologer, a question. And I said, you often say that you say some squares, 90-degree angles between planets, are positive and some are negative, whereas everybody else just says it's always bad. How can a square be positive? And she told me, she said, it can be the grit inside an oyster that creates the pearl. And it's like, oh, okay. When has Donald Trump ever created a pearl? When has he ever had any grit that he did not just immediately go into, I'm such a victim. No one's ever been treated worse than me. And how much grit has Joe Biden dealt with that he has turned into a pearl? So that's what that comes from. So anyway, I'll pull a couple of cards on this. Will Trump come back and trounce Kamala in 2024? But the currents are not good for Trump. They're not good for Trump. Oh, he would love to. The thing is, though, his racism is becoming, he's hiding it less and less and less. And he would just make it would be very clear for all to see is what that feels like. Same way that Fox News, they find they're having trouble. They're having trouble getting their viewers, and Republicans in general Republican leaders are having trouble in general getting their voters upset about Biden. Whereas all they had to do was mention Obama, and their people would just go crazy. Really, I can't imagine what the difference is between them. Trump, the race for the White House. Somebody could try. There's a Page of Pentacles. But this is Republicans voting for Democrats. A surprising number of Republicans voting for Democrats and sticking with this whole Biden-Harris energy that they'll probably find has been quite good to them over 4 years, 3 years by the time we get into the run up to the election. No. Sleep well. Trump he's done. We just have to wait for the legal stuff to kick in. Please. Hi. Al, don't fall off the chair with that eye roll. Yes. Quinoa, Trump in a race? Imagine him trying to run, let alone jog. I got that mental image, and okay. 56. Boy, it's really coming down now. Will Eric Trump be indicted? It helps if I don't do this. Gosh, I wonder what the cards are saying. I grabbed the deck the wrong way. Yes, Sheila, thank you to all our moderators for doing a fabulous job. Thank you. Pamela Toast. Eric. Actually, Mary Trump said Eric isn't the dumbest one. It's Junior. She said Junior's the dumb one. He's the really dumb one. Eric Trump. Will you be indicted? Oh, he thinks he's sitting pretty. He's a Trump. Oh, yeah, and he's been more belligerent, over the past few years, a little more out of his shell and Will you be indicted? This is a prosecutor. This is, he's been interviewed at least once about Trump.org. Just be belligerent. Just do your thing. And this is a lawyer that will try to protect him, but the financial stuff he's been involved in can't really. This person needs some legs to stand on, and the financial situation with the company could be really, really ugly. And then it's like, but still, I'm not going to play ball. I'm not going to take a deal. I'm not going to turn on my family. Not gonna. Really? Don't want a deal, huh? So, if you're not going to play ball, that would be being charged. Oh, my internet connection's gone a bit funny. Okay, I think we're almost back. Okay, I think it's okay now. Oh, that would be being charged. Yeah. Oh. Okay, yeah. This is bad. And probably his wife. But Tower, eight of swords here, hemmed in legally. This is, gee, you come to me and you say, am I going to be indicted? Card for the reading. Sword of truth and law enforcement. Start of Has your family been doing stuff? Center card, tower, and card, legally hemmed in. Do you know a good lawyer? Okay. 10030. Okay, we've had this relief check. I mean, I don't have mine yet, but I know people who have. That's nice. Well, I know of people who have. But will there be any more? Oh, Debbie, everyone in the chat, it's Greeter's birthday today. Oh, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Will there be more relief checks going out directly to individuals? Oh, I don't like that. That's a very barren card. Oh, okay, this is good. Oh please, oh please. This is Republicans. This is Republicans just being Republicans. They weren't willing to help very much. This is a lot, and this can be sometimes for wands I get it's like paper stuff, like you would. I know swords are communication, but sometimes I get like the wood pulp you would chop up to make paper, and this is a lot of checks going out. This is the institution. This is the government right at the center. And then we've got a partnership here, and we've got a partnership under Democratic control for, it's also for COVID relief. But then I've got a major arcana card of secrets and higher wisdom. They may not be able to make this work again. Let me see if there's any more information. Teresa, would you like me to sing? Okay, that's good. Start of there's definitely people wanting to. All I'm getting there is Republicans complaining and being difficult about the debt we're taking on. Yeah, like you didn't. I think we may get help with, I don't know, infrastructure might help in some ways, but I don't know that we're going to get specific it's more like moving for maybe some infrastructure jobs, that kind of stuff that might open up. I'm not sure. I'm not going to sing unless Greeter TK would like me to sing, because otherwise it can be embarrassing for some people. This is work. This is like the infrastructure work. So that's kind of what's going on there. And yeah, okay. Have a quick look here. Claudia Alta, Lady Bird Johnson was an American socialite and First Lady of the United States as wife of the 36th President of the United States, Lyndon B. Johnson, from 1963 to 1969. I should have written down the timing of this, 105. She had previously served as Second Lady of the United States from 1961 to 1963. So, 3 days ago, it came out in Lady Bird Johnson's Secret Diaries, a despairing president and a crucial spouse. So her diaries just come out. Book excerpt. Lady Bird Johnson, Hiding in Plain Sight. Reveals how the former First Lady not only provided a spouse's emotional ballast, but also served as an unrivaled counselor. Okay, let's see if she would like to share. Obviously, it's if she would like to or not. We may not get much here. Quinoa, Lady Bird was behind the Keeping America Beautiful campaign against littering. Wonderful. She did not believe in these such things. So she may not speak directly to me. Fair enough. Was she there when Kennedy was assassinated? Guys will have to let me know. Because the card for the reading is yes, no. Yes, they were in the car behind us. That's what I thought. It's a card for the reading. Traumatic. Very, very traumatic. And they didn't have the same kind of therapy back then that they have now. Brutal. Got Justice at the center. Messenger for... So the whole thing it was saying about it being a counselor to her husband. Balance. I'm not sure what this Justice card is, though. This has to do this has to do with the trauma. And then this is how he had to step up and help her husband. Her husband was traumatized too. And back then, in some respects, it was even harder for men because, I mean, not that it's wildly accepted now that men can be all touchy-feely. You know, back then, if you were a man, certainly a man in a position of power, and you were going to go see a therapist, you'd lose your job. You certainly weren't going to be president. So there was a lot of trauma. There. And she was a counselor. But what's this Justice card? You did great things for the environment. Thank you. She held the Bible when he got sworn into office on the plane. I thought so. I thought she was there on the plane. But I wasn't sure. Thank you. Do you have a message for us? And you just speak to your guides if they're willing. Your guides are willing to speak to mine. You don't have to speak to me directly. That's fine. I'm doing this with utmost respect. Fair enough. Stay strong through adversity. Adversity will always happen. You will, and I agree with that too. You will always have problems. My feeling is, this is the wisdom of me, that the trick is to get problems you want to have, and sometimes it's progress problems, which means you're going in the right direction, you're doing the right thing, you're having problems you wouldn't have if you weren't going toward your dreams, doing things positive. But I think she's talking about in general, that just luck of the draw with fate, bad things that happen, but stay strong. Stay strong. And it also helps if you have backup plans for things, if you can. But stay strong. Okay. So I would have expected more about like the environment, but no, this is, man, she yeah, she does not want to say anything else to me. All right, fair enough. Okay. I appreciate the message, and I have passed it on. Thank you. Blessings. All right. If I leave her alone now, she does not have a horrible opinion of me. Okay. I am respectful, and I know this sounds self-serving of me to say this, but I'm getting the sense it's like, all right, well, you're not trying to con people. Your heart is in the right place. And I'd like to think that's true. My heart is in the right place. I believe what I'm doing here. So I'm trying to give people comfort. So, okay. Respectfully moving on. 113. Will Sniffy's trials start in New York or Georgia? I don't think there's a peach. I don't think there's a peach in the deck, but we'll see. Will Trump's trials? Well, is it trials or is it indictments and stuff? I'm going to ask indictments if that's okay. Serious indictments, not you jaywalked, you spat on the street or something. No, like indictments. New York or Georgia first. Serious indictments for Trump. New York. Let's hear for New York. Or is it definitely went down to Georgia because he lost? New York, Georgia. Thank you, though. Susan, is there an apple in the deck? Oh, there is in the lover's card. Yeah, okay, I've got a star card for the reading, but let's have a look. New York, 3 cards for New York. It's where he grew up. Okay. Well, that's trouble. Georgia. Beginning of the Biden administration. He tried to stop the beginning of the Biden administration because he was victorious, and it didn't work. This has major arcana. I would have thought this would be faster, but this does have major arcana. And I'm getting the star card. And New York is where he was a star. Thank you, Chris. Thank you. See, I would have thought it would be Georgia, but this is Major Arcana and Star card. The cards, I believe the cards are saying New York, but I could be wrong. Let's see if there's anything else. Well, New York, it's a happening place. Yes. Queen of Pentacles. I think what it's saying, this is a message of, oh boy, and there are going to be so many of them. He's going to be indicted in so many places for so many things. Washington, D.C., New York, Georgia, and elsewhere. Florida. Well, Florida's a little more iffy, but it can be a lot of them. So, all right, I'll take it. Okay, let's see. All right, 11630. Oh, a nice historical question. Queen Elizabeth I, was she poisoned by the arsenic in her makeup? My understanding is the bigger problem was lead. You are in the capable hands of an art history major. Woohoo! That's me. And there's a joke about communications majors and Geminis and stuff, but I won't get into all that. Anyway, you're art history major. Yay. And one thing I did do is I had a really amazing painting course one semester. We had a visiting professor who, instead of just, we're going to do a self-portrait, but instead, like the other class had the regular teacher who was just, acrylic paints on gesso board. This guy was like, oh, nay. You're going to go get a frame. You're going to buy canvas. You're going to stretch the canvas and attach it to the frame. You're going to buy gesso. You're going to gesso the cover, and you're going to get your oil paints. And I'm going to teach you underpainting, and then all this, the layers and so I was dealing with and you do the underpainting in burnt sienna, that color, and things like burnt sienna. I mean, it was called that because it was made from the soil. It isn't just that color. Oh, there's a color that looks like that. It's like, no, the original paint was actually got the dye from there. And the original white oil paints had lead. That you could only get that white if you used lead-based white paint. It just, as you can guess, horrendously bad for you. Well, one of the things Queen Elizabeth did is she wanted to wear this white makeup. I'm guessing about as pale as this, maybe more so. And she was a redhead, wasn't she? So my dad was a Carrot Top redhead, so very pale. And as she got older, she wanted to look nice, lead-based. To get the really white, you'd use the lead-based. So that's more what I know. The arsenic isn't great either. There could be all kinds of nasty things in this paint, but was she poisoned by her makeup? Was Queen Elizabeth I actually poisoned by her makeup? That poor woman is so traumatized. She was so traumatized. Every time I reach into her energy, there's always this quality of being shell-shocked. I know she was powerful and she was on the throne for a long time, and she, she got it together and she did her thing. And I'm not saying she didn't, but there's this quality of sitting very still because you just want to shut everything down. Just shut your emotions down. Bless. All right, were you poisoned by your makeup? You poor thing. Jeanette, she was always watching her back. Chris, she started using the white makeup after she had the pox to cover the scars. Pamela, Adam, she was poisoned by lead in her makeup. The arsenic was on a dress that someone else put on. PTSD from her childhood, yes. Quinoa, the makeup was called Venetian Ceruse, high lead content. Jean, I think some women would take arsenic to make their skin look whiter. Oh, that's right. Yes, you are correct. I'd forgotten about that. Yeah, this is not good. No, not good. Not, oh, so not good. Oh, so not good. There was someone she wanted to look good for. That's interesting. I didn't expect that. I expected it was just, looking older, wanting to look more youthful or what have you, to look, like I'm queen, I am strong, I am. It wreaked havoc with her. She had no idea. She had absolutely not a clue. Yeah, if they knew then what we know now, she had no idea. This is the dynasty, but it caused havoc. But there was somebody she wanted to look better for. She was in love with somebody. She couldn't marry him, though. And I don't care what anybody says. What I'm getting here is she couldn't sleep with him either. And she was, Lowell, Autumn, highly doubtful she was a virgin. Dudley was her big love. I think you'd be surprised. Dudley, then Essex. To be perfectly honest with you, this idea where, she was in love, so of course she wouldn't be a virgin. It's a very modern way of looking at that. Very, very modern way of looking at that. And the amount of trauma she suffered because of her father's need about children, and how many of her stepmothers she watched die, and all the women she watched die. And what if she did become pregnant? I mean, it's just, I know you think it's impossible, but the feelings, it feels very clear for what it's worth. All she could do is shower him with money or gifts or the men she loved. She could only just try to help them as much as she could, because she couldn't give them she couldn't give them the level of physicality so she wanted to do what she could. It's very sad. It's very sad. Jeanette and all the women she saw die in childbirth. Yeah. Yeah, there was... They say there's no way she was a virgin. There was... Do a lot other than that. I don't know. She was really traumatized. All right, 12530. All right, will the Senate pass an infrastructure bill? Talk about changing the topic. So, will the Senate pass an infrastructure bill? Let's see. Sorry. Oh, man. Knight of Swords. Okay. That's aggressively... Oh, they definitely want to push that forward. They definitely want to push that forward. Aggressively. Oh, Trump did nothing. Infrastructure week was a joke. There's going to be a delay. I've got hanging Chad here. It's also it is a certain amount of look at things differently because Trump did absolutely nothing about the infrastructure. This is travel, this happens to be on a boat, but travel over, with bridges and roads and stuff. He did Zippo. Actually, no, this might be now. Right now it's suspended. Yes, this, let me get a qualifier on this. But all right, this is work. There are jobs that are going to be created, so they're going to get something through. It's just a matter of, it's going to be a little bit opaque. I'm going to see if I can get some more information here. Aaron said, so how about that infrastructure? Yes. All right, infrastructure. Oh, I'm getting 2 cards, maybe even 3. It's like, keep wanting to do more and more and more. There's a lot. There's, okay. Cards, and more cards. It's just, well, of course, the Republicans are refusing, but it's a matter of time. Yeah, bye-bye, Trump. You're a waste of space. A matter of time. Just a matter of time, because nothing's been happening. Yeah, money's going to move forward. And it is going to benefit, of just like with this bill, there are going to be Republicans coming forward saying, yes, I was a part of this fantastic, successful infrastructure bill. No, you weren't. I think it's coming. I've been getting multiple jobs, lots and lots of jobs being created. So, well, hey, at Autumn's channel, we cover all subjects. That's true. Celtic, Sheila's here from Celtic Tarot. Celtic Tarot, Sheila. Do follow Celtic Tarot, Sheila, over on her channel. She is fantastic and a sweetheart. Absolute sweetheart. Okay. But yeah, you missed, but we went from Queen Elizabeth I's love life to infrastructure. Yeeps. Okay. All right. Apparently Trump's health is bad. Oh, Susan, I got a kitty. She looks like a Japanese bobtail. Oh, the kitty has a forever home. Thank you for doing that. Happy kitties. Okay, Trump's health is apparently icky. Let's do ye old Trump. March 13th, 2021. Trump looks ill. Looks like Austin Powers. Looks like an ostrich. Looks like an orange. Thank you, Google Suggest. You think I'm kidding. Share screen. Chrome tab. Share. Trump looks like Austin Powers. Trump looks like an ostrich. Trump looks like an orange. Oh boy, that was worth it just for that. Trump looks ill. All right, I'm not getting anything specific. Donald Trump demands Americans picture his face. Oh yeah, while getting their vaccine. He was sicker from COVID than the public was told. That came out last month. Yeah, I'm not getting anything specific, but great. Oh, good. I made Mims laugh. Good. Clotha, the photos were from last weekend at Mar-a-Lago. Okay. Pull up a raw story. Quinoa, the latest pics, he looks like a blob on stilts. Okay, I have to look now. All right. Mar-a-Lago raw story. Okay, let's have a look here. Raw story. All right, share. Let's look for it together. Share screen. Chrome tab, raw story. Share. Oh wait, what were you guys saying? Check raw story. Okay. Joe Biden is boring and it's driving the media crazy. John Oliver destroys Republicans with the hilarious takedown of Mitch McConnell. Kind of like hitting the broadside of a barn, isn't it? Oh, France to return a Klimt masterpiece to Jewish heirs after it was sold during the during the Nazi era. Interesting. Okay. Well, Trump. GOP being eaten alive from within by Trump. The party's fractured. He was a failed president. I'm not seeing anything, though. So Trump claims he had many meetings about helping dogs after taking $1.8 million from animal rescue charity. All right. I'm not seeing anything jumping out at me, so I believe you. We'll just have a quick look at his health. Yeah, I like Boring Joe, too. Oh. Search Twitter. Trump looks sickly. Okay. Trump's health. Seriously. Do you guys remember the picture of Dorian Gray? The painting at the end? That's what Trump's insides look like. Thank you, guys. Thank you for being here with me. This is so much fun. You guys are so great. Trump's health. Not good. No. Yeah, okay, hang on. Let me see what I've got here. Oh, wow, Dorian Gray. I love, yeah. The Ben Barnes version of Dorian Gray is phenomenal. Oh, Catherine, thank you so much. Thank you. It's very kind. Thank you. Trump's health. His the strongest president ever, Superman kind of garbage. No, it's holes, great big holes. And he's still trying to go too quickly. COVID really hit him hard. He is not a young man. He's not. And he's pushing himself hard and he's being an idiot. Surprise! His holes. Like holes in it, this is like, it feels like holes in his lungs. He had COVID. It feels like it got in his lungs and it did some damage. And then of course his whole digestive system is just dumpster fire. That's the dumpster. Yeah, his lungs are not good. Not good. Craig Dixon quote, he'll live until 200. 200 what? Should make a quick look. Yeah, it's not good. Anyway, I'll have a look at the picture and maybe we'll come back to it tomorrow or whatnot. Okay, so 137. Does the Texas GOP have ties to Russia and or Putin? Well, basically, have ties to Russia. Does the Texas GOP have ties to Russia? Thank you, Fire Sky. Thank you. Vaccines and like Beto O'Rourke calling door to door or calling house to house to check on people during the recent crisis. I don't know why I'm getting that. Texas GOP, do they have the ties to the Russia? The ties to the Russia. I think quite a bit of it is, not all of it, but it feels like quite a bit of it is, you know how they used to funnel all that money through the NRA? They feel pretty, the Texas GOP in Texas, they feel pretty strong in their beliefs. But there's money being to push them forward. Consciousness of it, Dave, Russia is the Texas's business competitor. Oil is nasty stuff. Texas. No, they definitely have their own money. I think there's been there's money right here, big money, but it feels like they've been sliding it in there for a long time. But this is aggressive law enforcement. So I don't know what form that's going to take. What form? Aggressive. So are people going to get into big trouble? Or is it the money's going through? Are those people going to get into trouble? At the start of the Democratic, I think Biden's going to come down on Putin. This is the Republican dynasty, but times they are a changing. Right now, center card is the strongest. So right now, the Republicans have supremacy, but this is what's coming up behind them. The times they are changing. I think there'll be more when there's a start of more power, more Democratic power in Texas. I think a lot will be looked at that wasn't looked at before. So that's all I'm getting there. Okay, 140, 130. Will the vaccine cover new variants? 60 Minutes had a story that it might not. So will the vaccines, plural, cover the new variants? And I want to say right up front, this is not just a CYA kind of thing. This is serious. Do not take medical advice from anybody on YouTube. Not from me, not from anybody. Do not take financial advice from anyone on YouTube. Anyone ever. I mean, seriously. So I'm willing to read on this general thing, and I won't even read on specific vaccines or side effects and this is more they're opening up states too quickly. So we're likely to get more variants, which is infuriating. And the vaccines we have, will they cover the new variants? The fact of the matter is, I do believe that if there's one that isn't covered, they'll come up with a vaccine for it. We're going to get there. We're going to, lucky girl. So for entertainment purposes only. Yeah. Well, definitely that, but it's also just common sense, really. But I do get good feelings in general. We are going to get vaccines that will help with all of this. And Sterling Rose, I ran opening all these doors. Open this one. Finally, here you all are. Hey, Autumn, where's Toe Beans? Hello, room. Toe Beans is sleeping elsewhere. Actually, that's both the illness rampaging and also the Biden administration going out there to knock it out. This is this is okay. Back up. There are vaccines, plural. People are getting them. Good. We need to vaccine everybody in our country and then make sure everyone in the world gets vaccinated, or there will be more mutations and they come back here. It's simple. Some of it's going to be related to who has money, as far as how quickly things go out and how fast there are new variants and what have you. But money is going to be thrown at the current situation and any future situations. Let me see if I can get any more information. But they're moving. Hello, Victoria. That's very sweet. More information. Vaccines and new variants. Yep. Although I may go get him, because right when I'm done here, I'm actually going to see if I can turn the computer around, because it's snowing. It's very pretty. So I'll give you a couple minutes of that. Higher wisdom. Yes, we should all be using our higher wisdom. Oh. Yeah, they'll they're gonna do this is the knight protecting the realm. This is the carrying the money forward, carrying the physical thing forward. This is the forward movement. And in theory, this could be negative, but it actually feels more like the lessening of, it's like the illness was just causing deaths, but then it's just it causing weakness and bad things, still bad, but not as bad. It's what it feels like. But let me just pull 3 more cards just in case. Make sure I'm not reading into this. Vaccines and new variants. Vaccines. Message. Everybody, they're just going to keep, what I'm getting is they're just going to keep fighting it. They're just going to keep fighting it. When you start getting into physical readings on anything health related, more specific, the meanings of the cards start looking a little weird. This is not heartbreak, which it should be. No, this is sending out the message, we are going to get balance, and see, holding the vaccine, balance. And then whatever it takes, the different vaccines, the different things, the different, get it in the system, get it and stop people from having to go to the hospital, at least, on and on and on and on and on. So this is fighting this from every direction, is actually what this is, because the heart in this card isn't healthy. I got this when my I hope she doesn't mind me mentioning, but my oldest sister, she had a heart arrhythmia, and they had to zap her heart. This is the card that came up, and she's fine. So that is that. So I have covered 12 questions today, and it was so much fun. Thank you. Thank you. All right, and I am going to turn this around for just a minute, and you guys can hang out, or you can look at the snow for a few minutes while I go get the kitty, or yeah, you can go about your wonderful day. I hope it is wonderful. Okay, I've got to move some stuff though. Let's move this lamp over here. No, now. Okay, and this is on a thing, so I've got to pull it this way. Thank you, everybody. Stone Rose, no, I just got here. Oh my goodness, I've been on for 2 hours. All right. Yeah. Oh, no, don't be difficult. Work with me here. All right. You're very heavy. There. And you don't need to be right there. You could be, well, we can just move this. It's really snowing. Okay, I'll wait for the kitty sightings. Yes, just a minute. I will go get it. Okay, let me see if I can. All right, and let me get rid of the, it might be too bright. Sorry, I'm way too close to the microphone. Yeah, I might have to, you probably can't even see anything. Sorry, I'm just going to move you a little bit there so I can see better. Yeah, it's too bright. Yeah, you can keep that snow. I'm good. Let me go down here and get rid of that. All right, I'm gonna hang on. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go turn down the light so you can see outside. Just 1 second. I'll be right back. Hang on. Okay, I'm back. All right, I was able to turn down the lighting, and I'm gonna go get the kitty. But I want you guys to be able to see. There. All right, I'm gonna go get the kitty. I'll be right back. And thank you for being here. Just 1 second. Bamboo, where are you, sweetie? Bailey. Come on, Boo-Boo. Where are you? Bailey Boo. Huh. Well, he can't have gotten out, but I don't know where he is. Hello, everybody. Sorry, I can't find him. Oh, I'm glad you guys like the snow. It's very nice of you to just hang out with me here. Oh, wow, look at it come down. That's crazy. Just having a quick look at the chat here. Thank you so much, Lucky Girl. You've been so great. Yeah, Kitty is taking a break. Any expected snow cam? Yeah, it is. Any expected accumulation? I'm not sure. Let me look. AccuWeather. 30 degrees. This afternoon it will go up to 34. This is Fahrenheit. Oh, Alex Kitty says hello. Hello. Special weather statement. Wintry mix will spread over the Chicago metro area early this afternoon. Bursts of heavier sleet and snow are possible during mid-afternoon. Also, there could be some light icing on elevated surfaces such as bridges and overpasses. This is not telling me anything about amount of accumulation, but no, it's coming down pretty heavily. Anyway. All right, well, that's going to probably do it for me for today, but I did want to share. Yeah, radio voice. That is nice. Amazing. And thank you again. Thank you for everything. Have a wonderful day. I hope you are well wherever you are. Yep, last vestiges of winter, BC Mom is saying. Yep. Thank you, everybody. Have a good day. Hang in there. And I will see you tomorrow. Just as normal. Like a bad penny. Just keep showing up. All right. Have a great day, everybody. There are good days ahead.